Hi, I am Balasubramanian, research scholar, counseling psychologist, and an Asian healing practitioner. I'll be discussing on psychology of human chakra system. The chakra system was originated in India between 1500 and 500 BC, which was evident in oldest text called the Vedas and Upanishads. The word chakra is from the Sanskrit meaning wheels. So there are wheels of energy within our system, which are the center for life energies, and there are pathways for distribution of these energies. These are called nadis, so which in Sanskrit means channels or pathways. So basically, there are seven main chakras in our system, though there are totally 114 chakras. And now we are basically focusing on the seven chakras among the 114 chakras. The first chakra among the seven chakras is called the root chakra or the Mooladhara chakra. So the location of the root chakra, basically it is base of the spine, that is near to tailbone. Overactive of the root chakra, one might find difficulty in letting go of things and might feel hooked out, and the person might be resistant to change, that is within the dynamic changes within an environment, and there is always a constant need of safety and survival, though there are no real threats. So underactive root chakra, one might feel being ungrounded, very fearful, or being flighty, or there's a sense of not belonging anywhere. So the second chakra is called the sacral chakra or Swadhisthana chakra. The location is in the lower abdomen, that is 3 inches below the navel. The overactive of sacral chakra, again one might find overly focused on physical pleasure, hyper emotional, and this person might tend to be more emotionally attached to people. So the underactive of sacral chakra, one might find difficulty in experiencing pleasure, being emotionally cold, and not very open to people. And the third chakra is called the solar plexus chakra or Manipura chakra. The location is between the bottom of the rib cage and the navel. So overactive of solar plexus chakra, one might find being more dominant, might be more quick to anger or be more aggressive, and might have lack of empathy or compassion. Again, the underactive of solar plexus chakra, one might find being more passive, there's a lack of self-esteem, and there's a feeling of powerlessness or self-doubting. The fourth chakra is called the heart chakra or Anahata chakra. So the location of heart chakra is on the center of the chest. So once there is an overactive heart chakra, the person might be into the unhealthy relationships, and one might put the needs of others before their own, and one might find being more loving too much that it might find very suffocating by the others, the person who is actually receiving it. The underactive of heart chakra, again, one person might feel very lonely, finds difficulty in accepting or receiving love, and one might also find there's a lack of empathy or compassion. The fifth chakra is called the throat chakra or Vishuddha chakra. So the location is basically the base of the throat, or it coincides with the thyroid gland. Overactive of throat chakra, one might be interrupting others while talking. One might feel the need to hear by others. Usually they raise their voice very loud. One might be very manipulative. It doesn't mean this person is very manipulative, but this is due to the overactive of throat chakra. So when it's an underactive of throat chakra, one might be very shy or quiet. Might be, they might have this inability to communicate ideas, and one might struggle with words when they try to speak the truth. So the sixth chakra is called the third eye chakra or Agna chakra. So the location is in between the eyebrows, or we call it as the pineal gland. Overactive of third eye chakra, one might be very much distorted to imaginations, and one might be distorted to visions, and most of the time they are being involved in activities which distract from their human experiences. Underactive third eye chakra, again the person might feel very less intuitive, there's a lack of imagination and the difficulty in concentrating and focusing on his or her task. The final chakra, the seventh chakra, it's called crown chakra or Sahasrara chakra. The location is basically a crown of the head, and there is no element connected towards it. So there is an overactive of crown chakra. One person might feel ungrounded, cut off from bodily needs, deeply involved in spirituality and relevant practices. So if there's an underactive crown chakra, one might have rigid in thinking. There's a constant frustration in every situation, regardless of whoever it is, whatever it is, wherever it is, and there is no awareness of spirituality. So overall, I would suggest people not to diagnose based on the signs that has been spoken in this session. I would suggest people to more explore on these areas where I have given only a few signs, that is for the overactive and the underactive of each and every chakra. So there are good books, there are relevant videos from a reputed Asian healing practitioners, and if someone finds very difficult in each of the chakras, or one might find very unease, I would suggest them to check with energy healers or any Asian healing practitioners who basically deal with chakra healing. And overall, I'm glad that I have shared such knowledge with you all, and I hope this knowledge might find very helpful understanding in psychological lens. Thank you.